let's face it, we had a pretty remarkable election result. It was entirely unexpected from all the pollsters and political commentators. We now have a government for the next 5 years, with albeit a small majority, but that does give investment stability because we have the Fixed Term Parliament Act, which means the next election is in May 2020. So that should mean that investment flows into the energy sector, and of course there's a degree of match funding through the subsidy and the Green Investment Bank. I'm keen to focus on the renewable sector particularly. So let's talk about onshore wind, which is clearly a big challenge because the government have almost talked about a moratorium on the sector. Therefore, it looks like there's an opportunity for smaller onshore wind projects. On the offshore, money should flow towards offshore wind. The government need to meet their 2020 targets. Therefore, there's a good opportunity on the offshore side. Solar is fascinating. There is a possibility of grid capacity constraints, but on the other hand, the cost of solar is falling so quickly that, and there's a chance that it'll actually cross over with wind. It'll be cheaper than wind energy by about 2016, 2017. So there's a massive opportunity for government as long as they get a subsidy regime that truly supports solar. The jury's slightly out on what we call marine energy, tidal energy, wave energy. The government have been very supportive previously with Greg Barker really pushing marine energy in the UK. Will that continue with a new DEC regime who perhaps feel the industry haven't really delivered on marine energy? The jury's out. This goes back to my initial point about continuity. Amber Rudd was previously a DEC minister. Now she's stepped up to the Secretary of State's position. So we have this stability and continuity, which should help investors. And she's been welcomed or heralded even by the industry. The minister beneath her is Andrea Leadsom, who was previously in the Treasury, in George Osborne's Treasury team. Once again, that should give investors in the sector a certain amount of confidence that the discussions, the debates, the arguments between the DEC team and the Treasury team, there should be a better understanding that perhaps would normally be the case because of Andrea Leadsom's prior time at the Treasury.